Living large, living loud, stacking paper high, chasing dreams all the way to the sky. From rags to riches in the blink of an eye, friendships in the vault where the old bonds die. Parties on rooftops, crystals in the dark, lost in the glitz till we miss the mark. Gold turned to chains, heavy on the heart, the price of a wish tearing us apart. Crew, we just hit the jackpot, stacks money tall, and now we on the top of the map. But grease slid in like a police trap. Trucks broke down, can't avoid that cap. Friends turn foes, plot a twist, no script. Lies and blood, bills ain't clean, they drip. Versace steering wheel, now we in for a trip. We used to be friends, but our bond just ripped. Gone. We hit, 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 we hit.
Chapter 14. Bullshit. Alex stumbles and falls into the bullpen, immediately drawing the bull's attention. The crew gasps in horror as they watch Alex struggle to his feet, the bull already honing in on him. The massive creature snorts, pawing at the ground with its hoof, its eyes locked onto Alex like a predator sizing up its prey. From the sidelines, the crew shouts and waves frantically, trying to distract the bull, but it remains fixated on Alex. His heart pounding, Alex realizes he has nowhere to run and tries talking his way out. He stands tall, his voice shaking but loud. "Listen, you big motherfucker. I'm the man and you're the bull. Now bow down!" Olivia yells out loud. "Shut your drunk ass up and run!" Alex, looking at the bull but talking to Olivia, yells, "I'm in charge here. I got this shit, Olivia." The bull snorts loudly, pawing at the ground more aggressively. It seems utterly unfazed by Alex's attempt at negotiation. The tension builds as the bull takes a few steps closer, its massive frame bearing down on Alex. Sweat drips down his face as he tries to maintain his composure. Just as the situation reaches a critical point, a rodeo clown bursts into the pen, performing exaggerated comedic moves. The clown waves his arms wildly, doing backflips and cartwheels to divert the bull's attention. The crowd roars with laughter and cheers, momentarily breaking the tension. For a moment, the distraction is working. The bull's attention shifts to the clown, and the crew breathes a sigh of relief. Alex seizes the opportunity. "Let me show y'all what 4-4 speed looks like," he shouts, adrenaline surging through his veins. He dashes for the fence with all the speed he can muster. However, the bull quickly loses interest in the clown and turns its massive head back toward Alex. Realizing the danger, the crew shouts in alarm. "Alex, watch out! It's coming for you! Run faster!" Alex glances back and sees the bull charging after him. "Fuck!" Panic sets in as he pushes himself to run even faster. The crew's frantic shouts echo in his ears as he races across the pen, his legs pumping furiously. "Don't look back! That bull is on your ass," Mario says. The bull closes the distance rapidly, its hooves thundering against the ground. Alex's heart pounds in his chest as he sees the fence looming closer. Just as the bull is about to reach him, Alex takes a chance, leaping towards the fence. He grabs the top rail, his fingers slipping for a heart-stopping second before he pulls himself up. The bull slams into the fence with tremendous force, but Alex is already being pulled to safety by the pit crew. They drag him over the barrier just as the bull's horns crash into the spot where Alex had been moments before. The impact shakes the fence, and Alex lands in a heap on the other side, his heart racing and his breath gasps. The crew surrounds him, their faces a mix of relief and disbelief. "You okay, man?" Emmanuel says, patting Alex on the back. Alex, still catching his breath, nods. "Y'all almost let this damn bull kill me." He looks back at the bullpen, where the bull is now being herded away, and shakes his head. "Almost got killed by a fucking bull. Y'all ain't my friends." "Friends wouldn't push friends in the bullpen drunk." "Push!" Olivia looks at Alex, confused. "You fell in the bullpen, baby." The group bursts into laughter, their tension finally breaking. They help Alex to his feet, and as they walk away from the pen, Alex can't help but feel a strange mix of exhilaration and relief. He had faced down a bull and lived to tell the tale, and now he had a story that none of them would ever forget. Olivia turns to Alex and says, "No more liquor for you." The crew takes Alex to the medical tent to get him checked out. After that, they all called it a night. As the crew is headed to the parking lot, Ashley notices a dark figure motioning at her. She decided to look over to her left, and there he stood, Trey. Because she's been avoiding his calls, she decided to take his advances so he won't cause a scene. "Hey baby, I'll meet you at the car. I need to run to the ladies' room," Ashley stated to Jason. Jason had an objectifying look on his face, but he decided not to budge. "Okay baby, just be careful. Alex's ass is crazy, ain't he?" Kesey says to Ladarius as they are the last ones to exit the rodeo. "Hell yeah, he wild." As Ladarius stops speaking mid-sentence, he notices two dark figures motioning with expressions of anger. Ladarius looked over to his left, and there he saw Ashley walking away from Trey. I wonder what that was all about. Later that night, Mario and Anterial pulled into the driveway, their exhaustion evident in their slow movements as they exited the car. They went to the front door, each lost in their thoughts. As they entered the house, the familiar scent of home-cooked food greeted them. They walked into the kitchen and were immediately met by Mario's daughter, who came running around the corner. "Hey, Daddy!" she exclaimed, her face lighting up at seeing him. Mario smiled and scooped her up into a hug. "Hey, baby, where's your mom? And why are you back so early?" he asked, setting her down. His daughter pouted slightly and replied, "We came back because Grandma was getting on our nerves." Just then, Mary walked into the kitchen, her eyes narrowing slightly as she saw Anterial. "Oh, you're back. I thought we were going to have another week without you," she said with a hint of sarcasm. Anterial opened her mouth to respond, but Mario quickly intervened, stepping between them. "Where else would she be, Mary?" he said firmly, trying to keep the peace. Mary crossed her arms and gave a knowing look. Where she's been staying for the past few weeks, Mario," she retorted. The tension in the room was palpable as the three stood there, the underlying conflicts simmering just below the surface. Mario sighed, feeling the tension rise in the room. "Please, don't worry about her. She'll be gone sooner or later," he said softly. The clock showed the early morning hours, and the room was dimly lit by the soft glow of the moon filtering through the curtains. Kim tossed and turned in bed, her face contorted in fear. Suddenly, she jolted awake, screaming, her eyes wide with terror. "No! No! Nika, no!" Kim cried out. Emmanuel, who had been lightly dozing beside her, immediately woke up and wrapped his arms around her, trying to soothe her panic. Hey, it's okay. You're safe. It was just a dream," Emmanuel said calmly. Kim's breathing was ragged, her body trembling as she clutched Emmanuel tightly. "That's the fourth nightmare you've had this week, baby. What's going on?" Emmanuel asked, his voice filled with concern. Kim took a deep breath, trying to steady herself. Tears welled up in her eyes as she looked at him. "It's Anika. Her death is hitting me hard. It's affecting my sleep. I keep seeing her, and it's killing me." Emmanuel's face softened with sympathy. He brushed a strand of hair from her face and kissed her forehead. "I'm so sorry, Kim. I know it's been tough. Maybe we should look into getting you some therapy. It might help." Kim nodded slowly, her fear giving way to exhaustion. "We can look into it. I don't know if it'll help, but I'm willing to try anything now." Emmanuel held her a little tighter, his mind racing with thoughts of how to help her through this difficult time. "We'll find someone good, someone who can help. We'll get through this together." Kim leaned into his embrace, feeling a small measure of comfort despite the lingering fear. As they lay back down, Emmanuel held her, whispering soothing words until she drifted back to sleep. The night remained still, but the weight of their secrets and the haunting memories lingered heavy in the air. Later that morning, Michelle sat in a cozy therapy room, the soft lighting and calming decor providing a serene backdrop for her deep conversation with her therapist. She appeared visibly more relaxed, her demeanor reflecting the progress she had made. "I've been on this new path, trying to figure things out about myself. It's been tough, but I'm finally making some headway," Michelle said. The therapist nodded, a warm smile on their face. That's great, Michelle. It's wonderful that you're discovering new aspects of yourself and making progress. As the session wrapped up, Michelle checked her phone and saw a text message in the group chat, which includes Tara and Anterial. Mary showed up last night. I am beyond pissed. I can't wait until our new home is done being built, Anterial had written. Michelle chuckled softly, shaking her head as she typed a reply. Well, damn. Looks like you need to be here with me, letting out all your frustration. The therapist looked at her with a curious smile. Everything okay? Michelle nodded, still smiling. Just some drama with a friend. She could probably use a session like this. The therapist chuckled. Well, if she ever needs it, you know where to find me. Remember, it's important to keep finding and nurturing your new paths. Michelle stood up, feeling lighter than when she had arrived. Thanks, I appreciate it. See you next week. As she left the office, she sent one last message to Anterial. Hang in there. We'll catch up soon. You can vent about it all you want. Just focus on that new house. It'll be worth it. With that, Michelle headed out into the bright morning, feeling hopeful about the future and ready to support her friends through their challenges. Later that day, Jason sat in the realtor's office, excitement bubbling under his calm exterior. He had stumbled upon a piece of property that he couldn't pass up on. The property even came with a workshop where he could fix his cars, making it love at first sight. The realtor handed him the final stack of paperwork. Congratulations, Mr. Jason. This is a fantastic property. You're going to love it. Jason signed the last document with a flourish and took the keys. A wide grin spreading across his face. Thanks. I'm looking forward to making this place home. He got a text message from Ladarius saying he was on the way to the bar for their meeting. Jason headed over to the local bar to meet Ladarius. He walked in, spotting Ladarius at a corner table nursing a drink. Jason made his way over, the keys to his new house jingling in his pocket. Jason hesitated for a moment, then decided to dive right in. I need your help. I want to hire you to look into Ashley. Something's been off with her, and I can't shake the feeling that she's hiding something from me. Ladarius leaned back, considering. What makes you think she's hiding something? Jason sighed, running his good hand through his hair. It's just a gut feeling. She's been acting strange, almost fake. And there was this incident in Vegas. I just need to know what's going on. Ladarius nodded slowly. All right, I can look into it. But you know this could get messy, right? Jason nodded, determination in his eyes. I understand, I just need to know the truth. Ladarius finished his drink and stood up. I'll start right away. Keep your phone on. I'll be in touch. Jason watched him go, feeling a mixture of relief and apprehension. He hoped he was doing the right thing, but he knew he had to find out what Ashley was hiding, no matter the cost. Then he turned to the waiter and asked, how good are the chicken tenders and fries here? While Jason was discussing his concerns with Ladarius, Ashley was at the gym, working out on the treadmill. Her focus was intense, and her earbuds were blasting music to keep her motivated. Suddenly, she felt a presence beside her and glanced over, startled to see Trey standing there. What the hell? Trey, what are you doing here? Are you stalking me? Trey leaned against the treadmill, a smirk on his face. Had some free time and figured you'd be here. Damn, Ash, you were acting crazy with me last night, avoiding me and shit, huh? Never. Ashley slowed the treadmill to a walk, pulling out her earbuds. I've been busy, Trey. Why are you here? Trey's smirk faded, replaced by a more severe expression. When I flagged you down last night, you didn't even let me speak. That was crazy as hell. Do you understand how hard that was for me to step away from Emmanuel with all his supporters around? Why are you acting all weird and shit? Ashley's eyes darted around the gym, checking if anyone was watching. Trey, we have to talk. I can't keep doing this. Trey's eyebrows raised in surprise. What are you talking about? Doing what? We are simply friends who just so happen to be friends with people who have money. Ashley took a deep breath, her eyes filled with resolve. I don't want to be associated with anything you got going on. Jason's a good guy. I'm really starting to fall for him. Trey's smirk turned into a scowl, his voice low and menacing. Are you serious, Ash? Ashley stood firm, her voice steady despite the fear in her eyes. Yes, I'm serious. I can't do it. Jason doesn't deserve this, and I don't want to be part of it anymore. Trey stepped closer, his presence intimidating. Do you know what happens if you try to cross me or get in my way? You do know what I used to do in the military, right? Ashley swallowed hard, but she didn't back down. I know the risks, but I'm done. Trey's eyes narrowed, his voice a harsh whisper. You better think this through, Ash. We've got a lot riding on this, and you walking away isn't an option. Ashley shook her head, determination shining through her fear. I've thought it through. I'm done. Don't try to contact me again. Trey stood there, his anger barely contained, but he saw the resolve in Ashley's eyes. You'll regret this, Ash. Mark my words. Ashley turned away, her heart pounding, but she felt a sense of relief wash over her. She resumed her workout, her mind made up. She knew she had to protect Jason, even if it meant facing Trey's wrath. Later that night, Ladarius met up with his buddy Michael, a former military specialist, at a quaint ice cream parlor, the sweet scent of freshly made waffle cones wafting through the air. He was there to get some ice cream for Kesey and to finalize plans for breaking into Kim's beauty bar. As Ladarius walked in, Michael was already working on his third bowl of ice cream, looking around nostalgically. Man, I haven't been here in so long, he said, smiling. Ladarius chuckled and joined him at the counter, ordering a couple of ice cream bowls. Yeah, it's been a minute, but let's get down to business. I need a distraction plan for the local security patrol tonight. Just as they were about to delve into the details, the TV mounted on the wall above the counter played a news clip. Emmanuel was at the rodeo shaking hands with various supporters. The camera panned over to show Trey standing stoically beside him, eyes scanning the crowd. Michael's eyes widened in surprise. Oh shit, Emmanuel means business if he's hired Trey as his security. Ladarius raised an eyebrow, curious. Why is that? Michael leaned in closer, lowering his voice. Word on the street is that's one bad dude. They call him the Phantom. He's ex-military, top of his class, and has a reputation for making problems and people disappear. Ladarius's expression turned serious as he took in the information. The Phantom, huh? That's good to know. I'll have to be extra careful then. Michael nodded, his face grim. Yeah, you don't want to mess with him. So, about the distraction plan. They began discussing the details, ensuring every aspect was covered to keep the local security patrol occupied while Ladarius made his move. The conversation was punctuated by the cheerful sounds of the ice cream parlor, a stark contrast to the severe and potentially dangerous mission they were planning. As they wrapped up their discussion, Ladarius grabbed the ice cream cups and gave Michael a firm nod. Thanks for the heads up and the help. I'll see you later. Ladarius left the parlor, dropped the ice cream off to Kesey, headed to his designated spot, and waited until time. The wee hours of the morning creep in as Ladarius sat in the back alleyway, cloaked in shadows and dressed in all black. The faint glow of his laptop illuminated his face as he delved deeper into Trey's files, a butterscotch ice cream cup in his hand. Each bite of the creamy treat contrasted sharply with the gravity of his mission. Scrolling through the documents, Ladarius's eyes narrowed. He had been sifting through layers of buried information. The Phantom was backed by discreet but formidable actions. Ladarius had just stumbled upon a deeply buried piece of intel that hinted at Trey's involvement in covert operations. But a quick glance at his watch showed it was 2:17 a.m. The time had come, and he decided to worry about Trey's file after this job. He finished the last bite of his ice cream and wiped his hands on a napkin, his mind sharpening with focus. Reaching for his phone, he prepared to send the pre-written text message to set his plan in motion. With his finger hovering over the send button, Ladarius took a deep breath, feeling the moment's weight. The message simply read, "Go." Well, what an explosive chapter that was. You've just listened to another twist in the dark tale of We Hit. If your heart's racing and you're craving more, you know what to do. Smash that like button and hit subscribe. Things are about to get even bloodier, more deceitful, and thrilling. So stay with us and brace yourselves for the next chapter.
Wow.